Spirit, what are your messages for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements in regards to connection, in regards to who's around them at this time, energetically speaking, who's connecting with them at this time, romance-wise, in regards to love. For those who need clarity in their situation, or if they're just wondering what's going on when it comes to connections, this is for the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, angels, spirit, who need guided messages in regards to connections, romantic connections. For those of you who are watching, this is just a general collective reading. It is not personal to anyone in specific. And this reading will either apply or it won't. So keep that in mind as you're watching. Keep that in mind as you are watching. And what that means is if something does not make sense to you, something doesn't fit or just does not resonate with you, that doesn't mean go in my comments and make a weird remark. It means release it, let it go, and don't try to force it. Okay? For Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements in regards to connections. Seven of Wands in reverse. You could be dealing with the fire sign Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Hermit reversed, Virgo energy. Some of you recently withdrew your energy from somebody, or this is somebody who may have distanced themselves from you. The Death card, Scorpio energy, could be dealing with the water sign, a Scorpio in specific. Got some water on some of these, so let me just wipe that. Excuse me. Death card. So there's changes going on here between you and somebody. And this change could be the fact that somebody distanced themselves. We'll see why in a moment. Maybe I'll have to do clarification cards. The Wheel of Fortune tried to come out. Seven of Cups in the reverse. Could be a separate energy. There's somebody who is no longer looking at things from an unrealistic perspective for some of you. I feel like at one point someone had some desired outcomes with you, or they really fantasized about what could come up this connection with you with the Seven of Cups here. But I feel like that is something that happened prior to where things are at now. And that could be part of the changes that are going on here. You know, I really feel like someone could have tried to really fight for the connection too with the Seven of Wands reverse, and they're just coming to realizing the reality of things. You know, things may not have became what they wanted, or they're just feeling like they realized some things that were not what they thought at first. We'll go ahead and clarify these cards as well. Just like I said earlier, we'll clarify each card, each energy showing up. Three of Cups. I really feel like some of you are going to be meeting new people. Meeting new people, having fun, dating, going out. And that could be a change that's going on in your life too. Maybe at one point you were just sticking to yourself. You were very much to yourself in solitude. And you're coming out of that place. Ace of Cups. Some of you are going to be entering a stage in your life where you're opening your heart to new people with the Ace of Cups here. I think some of you are ready for a new relationship. Just like I said, how cute, we have the pumpkins. Noticing the pumpkins here in October, some of you guys are going to end up experiencing new connections. Geminis. I feel like, especially, you know, if you've had a rough time in the past, and that's what had you in, like, not isolation mode, but more so just withdrawing from relationships or dating, you're coming out of that space, and there's going to be peace coming in with your new connections. I really feel that way. I really feel that way. I think you're going to be surrounding yourself with people who, you know, you're interested in, but they're giving you really good vibes with the Three of Cups here. And I really feel like you're no longer looking at things from a lens of rose-colored glasses. You're actually careful with and selective with who you're getting involved with, and that's leading to healthy connections. It's just like that saying, you know, you could think maybe you have a lot of options, and in reality, with the Seven of Cups reverse, in reality, take a closer look, you have to be a little bit more selective because not everyone is good for you. And I think in this stage, coming in, the energy coming in, you're about to experience connections that are very good and make you very happy, and more so also make others around you happy to be in your circle as well. That's really nice. Four of Swords. Could be dealing with an air sign. And a Wheel of Fortune came out again. It tried to come out earlier, but I wasn't sure if it was by accident. Could be dealing with an Aquarius, like yourself. That has Aquarius energy in it. Or air sign like yourself, sorry. Also Leo, also Scorpio, and Taurus in the Wheel of Fortune energy. Some of you have been dealing with someone that you've been thinking about. You may have taken a break in your connection with someone. You had to take time to rest your mind. Someone could have caused mental strain, or the relationship or connection, the problems you were going through, put you in this place where I really feel like if you've been thinking about someone and you've needed, you know, some space from them for the sake of your mental well-being, I think that Spirit is also saying that's going to turn out for the better as well with the Wheel of Fortune. It's going to be very essential, and it's going to make a positive impact that you actually took some time out here and just took a break. See what else. I'll do 2 more cards and then we'll start with clarification. Gemini. The Tower. What the heck? The Tower. Scorpio energy. Some of you have been through something that was not what you wanted. It was very jarring, very shocking, traumatizing for some of you. Upheaval could have taken place in a connection, but with this Wheel of Fortune card showing up, you know, at first it may seem like, oh, everything is broken, everything is a disaster. But in reality, after this point takes a turn, it's going to get better from here. The Tower also speaks of things that happen inevitably. Maybe for some of you, you could have been holding on to something that was not secure or stable, or it was just built off the wrong foundation, okay? And, you know, inevitably things like that can fall apart, but for the better. I know that's really maybe sick to hear, but, you know, things do get better. but right now maybe it's not what everyone wants to hear. But that's something that's showing up. King of Cups. Very nice, very nice, very nice. King of Cups. Emotional maturity coming through with this energy. Could be a masculine, it doesn't have to be. Man or woman could be significant. A Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces energy. This is the type of person who is very, just like I said, emotionally intelligent, has love in their heart, deep love, strong love, devoted heart, and they're showing up in your energy. Very caring. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do clarification cards. And I've said this before in other readings. I'm not sure the Gemini collective is aware, but yes, when I spread the cards out, they're not going to fit into the screen. So what I'm going to do is take a card. Each card that I'm focused on, I'll just center it into the camera so that you guys can see. I'm going to start off with the Seven of Wands in reverse. Yeah, okay. Some of you have somebody who's blocked, and that's the only reason why they cannot bother you anymore. Could be dealing with a fire sign. Anything else with the Seven of Wands reversed? Yeah, you withdrew yourself from this person, but I think you had to take an extra measure and block the person possibly, or just cut any access that they have to you, because this person was just, they kept trying and trying, but it was like, with this Tower card here, I really felt like you had to take the extra step to make sure there is no way this person can contact you, because they seem very destructive with the Tower here. That's not going to be for all of you, of course. So just take what applies. Why is the Hermit reversed? Hermit reversed. Yeah, just like I saw earlier, Three of Cups came out again. Some of you have been in a time, or previously you were in a place where you just wanted to be to yourself and maybe do some reflecting within yourself, your soul. Withdraw from people, you know, for a while. And it could have even very well been because of this other person. Doesn't have to have been, but maybe you were dealing with somebody who just really put you through a lot of exhaustion, and you took your time to yourself, and now you're ready to put yourself out there again, experience fun new connections, even friendships. Maybe you'll start off with someone as a friend and things go, you know, things hit off from there, is what I'm feeling. You could form platonic connections that develop into romantic connections eventually. But yeah, I really feel like you guys are finally coming out of that stage of feeling like you need to be to yourself. And, you know, especially if you felt like you had to distance yourself from someone whose energy was just throwing you off as well. You just needed the detox. What's with this Death card? Just like I said, Scorpio energy. Some of you are dealing with a Scorpio. Scorpio energy came out twice. Water sign energy came out quite a bit here. A lot. Yes, I just spanked my deck. You just witnessed me spank my deck. With this Death card here, just like I said, transitions, transformations, and changes. You could have been put in a situation that made you feel disappointed, depressed, sad, and there was just this lack of clarity and confusion in some situations. And that's about to change. That's changing now. I really feel like you really tried to figure it out with someone. For some of you, you tried to figure something out. They were making you sad in the process, and you weren't even able to focus on what makes you happy with the Five of Cups here. Because of this lack of clarity, somebody wasn't giving you the clarity that you needed. And that's changing now. I think you're finally, you're going through the process of this sorrow here maybe, but things are going to change. Spirit is saying, if something hasn't, if this cycle transition phase hasn't come to a close yet, just know if you're going through that dark night of the soul energy here, it's going to get better. It's gonna get better. Five of Cups energy, yes, it speaks of sorrow, but we have the Two of Cups is right behind her. Once you're done feeling and experiencing this, you will be able to embrace new connections and new joy in your life and heal. There is hope here. There is hope, and I feel like maybe for some of you who want reconciliation, or I don't know, I did get the Ace of Swords reversed. Maybe you guys are just feeling confused and you wish you had certainty. Maybe this is confirmation that things are about to change for the better. I saw that earlier too with the Four of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. If you guys are taking a time out with someone, things could change for the better, and I feel like there is still hope. There's still hope. I didn't see anything about normally sometimes I'll see like the King of Wands reversed, the King of Swords reversed. I'm glad I did not get anything like that so far. So for some of you, you guys are dealing with somebody who maybe you guys just had some misunderstandings, or you guys had some arguments, some disagreements, but it looks like for a lot of you, you'll be able to work it out eventually. Just because that's not happening right away or soon doesn't mean it's not going to happen. With the Wheel of Fortune here, there are opportunities for things to change for the better. Anything can happen. You know? Seven of Cups reversed. The Emperor reversed. Nine of Pentacles reversed. What else for the Seven of Cups reversed? This does still speak of, oh wow, Two Cups reversed. I think you just recently disconnected from someone. This is for others of you who looked at something through rose-colored glasses at one point. You could have been dealing with somebody who was making you insecure, putting imagined, unrealistic thoughts in your head about yourself, and you felt like maybe insecure because you were dealing with someone who may have been controlling your mind. And you disconnected from this person, and now all of those things that you felt or thought, it was all, none of it was true. You know, delusion, illusion, and confusion is going to be lifted about someone who you disconnected from, and for good reason. This looks like someone that you couldn't trust, and I wouldn't trust that person either. You could really be finding out who somebody truly is with the Seven of Cups reversed for some of you. And that's also allowing positive changes. Once you realize, you know, who somebody is, yes, it can be very hard. It can be very hard to face that. But I'm telling you, it's bringing the changes that you need in your life. Three of Cups. Yeah. Some of you have an air sign in your energy. Four of Wands. The way things start out, maybe on an intellectual level, you guys get together and meet, talk about things you mutually love. But overall, I really feel like you're going to be enjoying the company of new friends or new people, or just even your own friends that you currently do have. And with the Four of Wands energy, looks really good. This could eventually turn out to be a very stable union between you and someone that you meet. And yeah, it looks like exactly what I saw earlier. Why is, actually, I don't want to start. I don't want to look at the Tower yet, because it was the Ace of Cups that came after the 3. So why is the Ace of Cups here? Queen of Cups came out. The Moon, reversed. There's been times where you really felt like you were just following your heart blind with the Moon, but with the Moon reversed, your intuition is telling you the right things now. And especially if there's been confusion and illusions lifted, you'll know you can open your heart to someone here. This Ace of Cups, and it's going to lead to a beautiful new beginning for a lot of you. Four of Swords. It's just like I said. Just like I said. Oh, wow. 7 of Cups reverse came out. This could speak of the situation I was talking about where you saw something through illusion, or it just, something was deceptive to you. You didn't really truly know who you were dealing with at one point, and you could be healing from that person. But I feel like right now you're past the painful part. Some of you are just resting. What else? Yeah, there was something really crazy that this person put you through. Definitely could have been a crisis, and a lot of you still need your time to yourselves to rest your mind. Your mind, you know. And really think about things. Really consider what this person had done. And I think it's helping you realize, like, you know what? I want something better, you know? That's a possibility. And I do feel like better is going to come with the Wheel of Fortune showing up. Yeah, the 3 of Swords try to come out. You guys may feel like, oh, this is the worst thing that could ever happen. This is the worst case scenario with the Tower. Don't be fooled, because it could have been the best thing that could have ever happened in your life. A hidden blessing is what I would call it. Sometimes you lose people, you get heartbroken, but it could not be, sometimes it could really be such a blessing to be able to break free, break away. The Tower, you know, that's like breaking away from false connections. You know, at first it feels very much like a crisis, and it can be very traumatizing. It can be very dark. I'm not trying to disregard that, but I feel Spirit is saying things are going to get better. There is a higher purpose for why everything is happening. Blessings are gonna come in. Let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Yep, it's just like I said, 5 of Swords reversed. Some of you will have a problem with the changes happening. You're going to be battling in your mind, and you're going to feel like, you know, the pain of being betrayed, or you're just going to feel like you're losing your mind. And then at the same time, after this upheaval comes this Wheel of Fortune energy. That's when the blessings start coming in. That's when you start to realize this is actually the best thing that could have happened for yourself. Sometimes we don't know that until we get past, you know, the shocking aspect of a situation. Why is the Tower here, Spirit? Yeah, I really feel like there's someone that you did truly love. But again, it was built on a false foundation. Yep, and I really feel like inevitably it's just backfiring. You can try to love someone who causes a crisis in your life, or you can try to love the wrong person as much as you want. And sometimes we can't help it. But disaster, chaos, and crisis is going to happen, and it's going to bring changes, whether we like it or not. There's a reason why this connection, it's like it's been blocked. I feel like, you know, you may have been fighting against or resisting the signs that you need to leave in a situation because you're such a loving person. But, you know, this Tower is coming for some situations. You have to trust that it's for the best. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. Just like I said, we have the Wheel of Fortune here. We have the Ace of Cups. Some of you may think, oh, this is, my dreams are shattered. Everything, this is everything I could have wanted. That's not true. Reality is going to set in, and you're going to see there is beautiful things that you can experience beyond what you've been through in the past. Why is the King of Cups here? There's somebody that you separated from who still loves you, and they're willing to try and work on it, but they don't feel like you noticed them with the Six of Wands reversed. They feel like they could have failed in the connection before, but they do care. They do care. King of Cups card. Someone you could have separated from recently, or they feel like you're losing the connection or you're growing apart. And for others of you, this is someone you didn't notice because you were dealing with someone else with the Two of Cups, but now that you're separating from someone else, there's someone who's willing to put in the work and show you authentic care and love. So I hope that this was helpful for a lot of you. Wow, what was I going to say? Let me get my head together. Wow, I totally spaced out. But yeah, again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this reading, Gemini. I'll try to keep you updated in the future with more Gemini readings. If you're watching this during the day, have a good rest of your day. And if you're watching this at night, have a good rest of your night.